Korea, well, they went down to Sri Lanka 24-10. They went down to the UAE on day one, so not a good day for them. They're up against Hong Kong, who beat UAE 34-0, beat Sri Lanka 34-0 as well. So there we go, captained by Max Denmark. Seb Bryan's been on fire, but Liam Herbert, his first appearance for the series, he's been very impressive. And then you've got the hard-working Toby Fenn, playmakers Hood and Kadu Lee, and the McQueens, Ben Rimini, Rafe Morrison on the bench. Very experienced side. And Korea, captained by Andre Kokola. They brought a young, inexperienced side here as the senior players prepare for the Korea Games next weekend. And some of them have shown some promise, but ultimately they've been schooled yesterday by UAE and Sri Lanka, which you wouldn't normally expect. Seb Bryan leads them out here. Here's Max Denmark.
Who's selling some delicious string homakotu coming up right over there as well, so you can enjoy not only some Western stuff, burgers and hot dogs, but even the local food like string homakotu. You can enjoy that here, courtesy of Vinasa Cottage and of course the Sandwich Factory. Right now, we're ready for more men's sandwich.
Well, it looks like Max Woodward is starting this match from the bench after all. Max Denmark is on the field. Nori Hashimoto is our referee from Japan. I want to welcome everybody on the link.
Hong Kong ready.
Drop your comments on the Facebook link. A shout out for your players as we get underway here. Final pool match of this leg 2, and it's not a good start by the Koreans. It's a howler. And here comes Kane Boko and his friends from Hong Kong looking straight to get straight into their work. A little knock on there at the breakdown. Look at the pitch there, just tearing up.
Quote.
Hong Kong will effectively seal up
5.
the pool with this win, with a win
Touch.
here, and they'll face China. Here goes Max Denmark with an early touch. Boko to Bryan, Toby Fenn. Here's Hood. He's got Liam Herbert outside. He's elusive. Somehow wriggles out of tackles, and this is what he does. He just makes the impossible look very impossible. And that is classic Liam Herbert. Brilliant piece of work from him to see off 3 defenders. His typical rangy style of his. Puts on the brake, steps inside 2. And beats Kim Yong-hwan for a second time. And coming across is Kang Min-jun, who gets clattered. And look at the look on his face. He doesn't know what's hit him. Liam Herbert's hit him. Hood from out wide then. Oh, that's a good effort from Jamie Hood. That's unbelievable from the sideline. What a cracking effort. So Hong Kong up 7 points to 0. Here we go. Have a look at this man again. He's part man, part rubber band. Brilliant effort. Hood looks for Boko. Flies in hard, and Kokwala takes it on the fly. Good work from the Korean skipper, but he throws a loose one in field. Hood picks it up, and Fenn fires a bullet out to Herbert. Boko's on the wraparound. Tries to break out of one. Seb Bryan's there. The tackle of Son Min Ki. Toby Fenn will continue to drive those legs. Look at Kokwala trying to hold him back. It's like a husky pulling a sled. Herbert gets a tricky one. That's a curly bounce, but he's done well to see off Kim Yong-hwan yet again. He's having nightmares about the Herbinator. And it breaks down with a knock on the far side.
Guys, okay. Hold on. Here's my. Crouch.
You can hear a lot of puffing
Fine.
on the ref's mic. I'm not sure if it's the ref.
Set.
It's been a blistering opening half of the first half. Big shove comes in from Hong Kong. Out here to Moon Jin Ho. This is Kim Yong-hwan. He's been beaten soundly by Herbert 3 times already. Flying in there, off his feet is Son Min Ki. Gets away with it. Up comes Boko and absolutely clatters Han Dong-hoon, who keeps his feet. Kolkolard with the basketball pass. Hood with the tackle on Jong-sol. Korea managing to hold on to the ball here. A little knock on though in the end. It's helter-skelter from the Koreans.
Crouch. 5. Set.
There goes Denmark with a bit of one-on-one action. Can you get away here from Yong? It's a good tackle in the end from Kim Yong-hwan. Denmark usually so difficult to stop. Brian and Boko, the forwards, have waited out here. Boko and Fenn are lining up, and Kolkolard comes across and can't trouble Kane Boko as he goes in for his 4th try of the series.
Sorry, move away.
It's just good hands, and they stretched them across, and Jong-sol there at 9 had to stay out wide on Fenn. Kolkolard couldn't get across. Koreans just standing in the way of Jamie Hood's line of sight. Nori Hashimoto losing his rag with them a little bit. That's another good effort from Hood, but it's going to just sail past the right-hand post. So it's 12-0. He's got some serious pace, has Boko, so has Kolkolard. Hood to get us underway again. Herbert's there.
Break. Backward.
It's a little bit messy, but nothing going on there. Kadu Lee ends up coming away with it. It was very untidy. Handful of errors from both sides trying to control that one, but no mistakes, no knock-ons, and Kadu Lee it is, who scampers away for his 3rd of the series. Hood converts, and that's it, half-time. So let's have a look at the standings on the men's side of the draw. After 2 rounds, Hong Kong 22 points, Japan 20, and China 18. So the top 2 teams will qualify for the Challenger Series in Uruguay and Chile in February. And the best 8 teams from that Challenger Series will participate in the series qualification tournament at Hong Kong during the Hong Kong 7. So very important to finish in the top 2 here. China have looked out of sorts. If China manages to win the cup final, it makes things very interesting indeed. But otherwise, if Japan and Hong Kong find themselves in the final, if Hong Kong win, they'll finish top. Japan will finish second. And it doesn't really matter. If China don't make the final, then Japan and Hong Kong will be through to the Challenger Series. But both teams would like to win this series as well. So if Japan win in the cup final, they'll be even on points. Be on 32 points each. It'll come down to head-to-heads and points differences. That's why you see Hong Kong trying to score as many tries as they can. They want to get on with things. There's only been one match between the two sides in the series. That was the cup final in leg 1. So if they meet again today, that's leg 2. If Hong Kong win that, the head-to-head is one each. So it will come down to tries. Hong Kong, well, they'd love to win the series for sure. Heading into the Hong Kong, to the Olympic qualifiers in November. Boko takes that one nicely from Hood's restart. He sees something happening on the left. He's trying to put Boko into some space. Ball in two hands. Asking questions of the defence. Oh, Boko just rolls it out of the hand. Hashimoto says it was fine, and Herbert goes in for another. It just rolled out a little out of control from Kane Boko's hands, but he did enough to send it backwards, and he gets hooked. Just watch here. Just did enough. Good work outside by Boko and Herbert. Boko's been hooked for Rafe Morrison, who's on the field. And Alex McQueen is on for Liam Herbert. There he is, the man they call AMAC. There's Rafe Morrison, who was very impressive in China 2 weeks ago. His first tournament of the series, back from injury. Denmark in front of the kicker there, a little bit too keen to get on, trying to build up a score here, 26-0. Hong Kong Korea games used to be so close. Korea have gone off the boil, and Hong Kong have made significant progress in the last few seasons. Current Asia Games gold medalists. Brian goes in on the ball there, wins it. Contact by Jung Sol on Seb Bryan's neck. Coach John Paul, manager Martin Kibble. You see Brian go in, and he gets a bit of a neck roll there from Jung Sol, bit of a new experience. McQueen, first touch for him, pops it up to Hood. Here goes Rafe Morrison. Oh, well taken by Seb Bryan, way behind him. Tries to spin out of the tackle of Kang Min-jun. They switch it back to the left now, giving it some width. Coming out of the line is Park Jong-hyun. He did well there to cut off McQueen, but Max Denmark skips out of one. And the big wing is going to bring it round. He gets bigger every year. Exceptionally powerful, quick off the mark from the football club. And he finally gets his first try of the series, and he gets hooked from the field for Tom McQueen. Max Woodward's on, Ben Rimini's on. Sebastian Bryan is off. will be Jamie Hood's last act of this match. Off he goes. He gets the 2 points on the board. So expect to see Hong Kong just continue ruthlessly adding points here. And little Mun Jin Ho there, he had no chance against Max Denmark. Rimini pops it down into the 22 and puts Korea on the back foot. Kim Jong-do goes to ground. On his feet there is Toby Fenn. That's what he does. He's a master. Here's Tom McQueen, tap and go. He's still sparkly white. And he taps that one down there for another quick try. Good work from Fenn though to cause the turnover. You're simply not going to get him off the ball in that situation. Rimini with the extras. So hard to defend when you're on the ground and you don't have the ball. It's almost impossible from that range to defend. It's cruel. It's gone over the head. 40 points to 0. I think it's a Korean line out though. Nice try by the skipper Woodward. Worth a shot.
Sorry, Hong Kong, step up, please. Yep, thank you. Close the gap. Gap. Close the gap, hurry. 1 meter. Free kick.
Korea with probably not sure what to do once they get the ball. Here's Mun Jin Ho. Just lacking all of their experienced players. Jong Song Min, Jang Song Min, Lee Jai Bok, Kim Namuk. There's so many players missing from the side. All of these players here in their very early 20s, 20 to 22, except for Andre Coquelard. You can argue that this is a learning experience, but the question is, what are they learning? And you see, that's a team that's kind of run out of ideas. Tom McQueen's going to go in for two as he's latched onto that one, and good pace from McQueen, and he's sneaked out another 5 metres there. The wily old coyote. We often talk about Korea, just their lack of sevens sort of capability. They've got athletes, they've got players, but just aren't able to put together a sevens campaign. Remedy misses with the extras. That's full time, so it's a big win here. It's a very common occurrence now as world-class entertainment kicks off at the end of pool play here. It's 45-0.